Okay, this is a Cook Like a Boss extra special quick dinner. Oh my goodness. It's a pan roast of this lovely salmon, which I believe is enough for two people from my local Whole Foods. And what I did is I drizzled the oil of the day. When I post this recipe online, it'll probably say olive oil, but whatever oil you like. And for me today, it's this. Could be anything. In any event, drizzled. Pat the today I'm using my own spice blend, the Frenchtown blend, which is basically the herbs of Provence with thyme and tarragon, lavender, which I love, and it's just a quick roast of things. One of the things that saves time in this is, of course, salmon cooks up very quickly. We're going to roast these veg for about 15 minutes and then stick the salmon in for an additional 10 or 15 minutes. What I'm doing is cutting everything up into this lovely sheet pan. This is our regular, please don't ask me to pull up the parchment. Okay, you ask. Oh my God, that's what it looks like. But it's perfectly fine, not bothering anybody. I have the steel out because I'm going to try using just my trusty paring knife, which I have sharpened, and these scissors to cut everything up into here, thus saving time. Let's see how this works. So now auxiliary camera person is now going to watch the action while we attempt this never performed feat of kitchen legerdemain. Hold up. First thing I'm going to do is, to save time, everything has been rinsed in its own little packaging. All this stuff, of course, are my local Whole Foods. These are pitted olives. These are a tomato that I like called Kamado. What I'm going to do, and I always do this to save time, is like whatever little packaging I have left, let's just slice the stuff off that we're not using in there. And for the zucchini, I'm going to slice up pieces about this large. And let's do the other one. This is just a meal basically for two average hungry people. Now, because zucchini is watery and tends to kind of cook up, I am just going to cut those pieces in half. And all I'm doing is cutting this up on to this particular sheet pan. Again, going to season it. I'm going to drizzle it with oil first, then season. I'm going to massage the oil and seasoning in. And one of the things I'm doing right now is saving time, because I have not set up an extra bowl to cut all of this stuff up in. These tomatoes are probably family, do you want these cut in half and less juicy or left whole? And
oh, left whole.
That is what I'm gonna, one or two, you heard the family say. This is about a pint. We're just dumping them in there. That's it. The potatoes are tiny. As again, I've said, all of these things have been well washed and rinsed. And I have to say that the first thing that I do before I start cooking is I sterilize everything. Something very simple, just the garden variety Comet cleanser type of situation. And I'm just roughly, this is so, see, when you serve this to people, you say, well, it's a very rustic presentation. What are these big chunks of things? Oh, well, it's rustic. I don't expect that you may not get it, the rustic part, but yeah, it's quite in vogue. And they'll be like, oh my God, it's in vogue? Is that the singing group that Luther, okay, I was about to tell them, Luther Vandross often repeated lie about En Vogue and him putting them off the stage, which has nothing to do with cooking like a boss. I don't even know why we went there like that. So you see, that was pretty simple. I mixed up, because Whole Foods let me, I mixed up all of these. These are olives that we like. And I kind of am inclined to actually toss them in with the fish. But it's too late. We've made the commitment. And do you want the calamatas left whole or cut?
Whole. Please.
Boom.
Bam.
There we have it. Here's how this goes. This is what a drizzle looks like when you are trying to make a decently delicious situation. Here again, 10 of my stuff. For the sake of being slightly less messy, I am wiping the clean. Look, this is how you do. The cup of my hand, if I do the whole thing, that's about a tablespoon by my estimation. You should know what it is for yourself. There's no need to sprinkle, pull out the measuring spoons and all this other stuff. And really, after you get a feel for how the things look and taste, you know what your family will like. Yes, I clean not just the countertop, not just the sink, but my hands under my nails and everything, because this is how we're doing it. So guess what? We are sticking this in a 450-degree oven for 15 minutes. Pull it out. The salmon will make room for it. Slap it in there, skin side down. Whatever you are using, whatever kind of cut of salmon you are doing is fine. So that's it. Let's come back when this is done. Here is the salmon nestled into the partially roasted veg. I used pecan oil because I have it. I have a very good selection of all kinds of oils. This is roasting at 450, which is a high heat. So something that starts smoking and acting crazy at a higher heat, like unrefined nut oils, maybe like walnut or something. I don't know whether I would use that. You could have used sesame oil, secret, bacon grease, butter, mixed with the olive oil would be perfectly fine. So we want a nice kind of shiny appearance there. The other thing that I am going to point out right now before I forget, so I have this in recipes. If you don't have a thermometer by now to check stuff, I don't know what you're doing. Yes, there's a million ways to tell whether stuff is done, and I do believe that the smelling of things, when the things smell done, is accurate. But if you don't want to take a chance with meat and fish, like this needs to cook at 145 degrees, I'm going to stick the thermometer in the thickest part right here, like right in there all the way through, and test it. That's what a boss does. And I think that's why you're watching, because you're one too. Go out and get the thermometer. Maybe I will post a couple of inexpensive ones that are good. We'll see. Into the oven now for about 15 minutes, maybe slightly less, at 450, and it's dinner. Okay, here we are about to show you the roasty salmon goodness. One sheet dinner, all the veg, everything ready. And I just wanted to close up on this silly towel. I don't know why. But anyway, that's it. So this, in the time that this was roasting, I cleaned up the kitchen because there was not that much to clean up. We stuck the temperature the thermometer, excuse me, in there. It is perfectly done, and they are ready to eat. You might find sprinkling some black, ground black peppercorns and salt to your taste, and I think that is it. Bon appetit from the salmon, roast salmon du Provence.